Welcome to all of the pilots. This is the first World Helicopter Simulator competition. Pilots from all over the world. And generously supporting us with the prize funds, we thank Hobbywing and Scorpion Power Systems, and created by Mirko Cesena and Raphael Malganini. Passion, determination, hard work, music points, extreme 3D. This is the World Helicopter Simulator Competition. Because power is nothing without control.
Hello everybody, my name is Mirko Cesena and welcome to the Whsc 2020.
Hello, my name is Raffaele, benvenuti al Whsc 2020.
As you can see right here, there is the Italian flag, but I'm talking to you from Switzerland, and I will be mainly speaking with you guys in English.
Io sono connesso da Genova in Italia e parlerò principalmente in italiano.
So this episode, we're gonna have around 8 episodes. 7 episodes, we are going basically to judge and to see all the pilots, so 70 pilots, more than 70 pilots. And in the last one, which is the final, we are going to have 5 pilots from the beginner class and 5 pilots from the professional class, which we will select in the time of the competition.
Sì, come appunto diceva Mirko, questo è il primo episodio di una serie fatta da 8 episodi. Nei primi 7 andremo a selezionare 10 piloti per ogni episodio, 5 beginner e 5 professionali, per arrivare poi in finale e giudicare 5 beginner e 5 professionisti che si sfideranno nella finale, nell'8º episodio.
Esattamente, Raffaele, perfetto. Where this idea came from? Basically, in this incredible weather nowadays, in this difficult situation, we cannot use, let's say, our helicopters, fly with our helicopters, and express ourselves with our own passion, which is flying with 3D helicopters outside. And at the moment, we cannot do this. So we decided to create one special place where people can fly, practice, and be stimulated to improve themselves, even though in these difficult days we cannot go out and fly. The reason why we have the word behind us, and this is our main logo, is because we love to bring as many countries and as many cultures as possible in one special place. And this place is called WHSC. Right, Raffaele?
Yes, sure. E quindi in pratica noi abbiamo creato questa competizione partendo da una nostra esigenza personale, perché io e Mirko volevamo volare insieme, però data la situazione e data la nostra lontananza non potevamo volare insieme, e quindi abbiamo trasformato questa nostra esigenza personale in una competizione, andando a coinvolgere, cercando di raggiungere tutti i piloti sparsi nei vari continenti in un unico posto, un vero ritrovo, anche se virtuale, in cui tutti possiamo divertirci, competere, dare spettacolo, e questo posto è il Whsc.
Exactly, perfect. So now it's very important to say that in the end of this episode, we are gonna have 10 minutes just reserved for answering to the Q&A, question and answer that you guys have. So as you know, in YouTube, here there is on the right side, the possibility to write everything you want. So try to write some questions that you have, and I will be more than happy to offer you guys my 13 years of experience in order to maybe answer to some of your questions that you have had in the time. And this could be an interesting opportunity to, talk a little bit all together, even though we are far.
Sì, mi riferisco anche e soprattutto ai piloti, al pubblico italiano. Se avete qualche domanda, volete discutere di qualche punto, volete porci qualche domanda, sentitevi liberi anche di farlo in italiano, vi risponderemo in italiano ovviamente.
Absolutely. Sometimes I will be looking on the right side. This is because here I have all of you guys, all of your messages. When I see one of the message, I'm not looking at the message, but I'm looking at the person. Because this, as I said, I want it to be like a real competition. And I want also to say, since it's not a real competition where we are going to meet in person, we have had the opportunity to create one of the biggest competition ever. We have had 73 pilots. 73 pilots, Raffaele. It's like amazing, right, Rafa?
It's
a
lot
of pilots all together, and this made us super happy because when we started, it all started like a random idea, and now it really became a worldwide championship.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is the time to start, Mirko?
Absolutely. What do you think, Raffaele? Should we start with the first class, the beginner?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's start with the beginner class. And we didn't mention who was going to be selected, which are the 5 beginner pilots, which are the 5 professional pilots that we are going to show now and look at the flights. And now it's time to announce the first one. All right, guys. So the first pilot of the beginner class is Mr. Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Okay, guys. So we have Gonzalez as the first pilot of the WHSC 2020. Here we have his video, and we are just going to watch it together right now.
Gonzalez from the Spain, no, Mirko?
Absolutely, from Spain. Here we go.
Let's see Gonzalez.
As you see, he's using a nitro helicopter.
Yeah, very nice choose.
Okay.
The smoke helped him very well, no?
Yeah, absolutely. The smoke is very nice when you fly low, because you can see the ground. For making smack, it's very nice. Many pilots decided to use full song. Pilots decided to use mixed song. Decided to use one.
Very smooth fly. He loves the pyro flips.
Yeah. Later we are going to check the flight. Now we are going to watch it, and after we can watch the part that we like. Now let's enjoy the flight.
Very far.
Yeah. It's not easy to go far away with the simulator sometimes, especially for him that he don't have a zoom cam, You can have a zoom cam, but it's not easy.
It doesn't
far away.
Very good.
Very nice music, I like it.
The music is important, no, Mirko?
In the music flight, music makes a lot. Makes a lot because it's very changing the music. The flight completely changed. I like this part a lot. Oh, that was very low.
Yeah, this is a bashing flight. He become very aggressive now. Nasty talks.
Very good. And this, look at the soft landing.
Whoa.
Fantastic. All right, guys. So this was very congratulations to Mr. Gonzalez. Great flight. Great flight. Great flight. So now let's go and look a little bit at the parts that I like. I like, for example, a lot one part here where in the end, where you went very, very low, this vertical part, flying in this way, nose in and tail in the back, and also in the opposite way, and flying in this direction. This also is a very nice way to show your control of the helicopter. This part right here. Because when you're flying horizontally, I will use my phone as an example. When you're flying horizontally, it's easy, to see the helicopter moving in this way. But when you're flying like this, it's not easy to know this angle of the helicopter. So that's that's a very nice part that I liked about this flight.
It's all in reverse.
Exactly. And also this part reversing with the tail, you know, and flying very low to the ground. So this is the positive thing I can say. If I can say one thing, usually pilots, remember always when you're doing competition to try to fly in a symmetric way. So whatever you do on the left, try to replicate the same on the right, or if you don't want to make it 2 times, make it in the center as a center line. So everything is done has to be symmetric, right, Raffaele? If you want to
Yeah, it's right.
Well, yeah. If you want to translate sometime in Italian, just some short parts for who maybe is coming also from Italy, since you have the opportunity.
Yeah, okay, sure. Mirko diceva che appunto è molto importante nel volo mantenere una certa simmetria con l'angolo di visione iniziale del campo, perché questo è anche un parametro nelle gare internazionali con cui i giudici possono valutare la concezione dello spazio che il pilota ha durante il suo volo, quindi il pilota che riesce a controllare l'elicottero esattamente in maniera simmetrica sia nella parte sinistra che nella parte destra, e quindi ne consegue un volo ordinato e preciso.
Esattamente, la simmetria e la precisione. Perfetto, di nuovo congratulazioni Gonzalez, again congratulations Gonzalez, very good flight. And now it's time for the second pilot. And guys, also again, very important, remember to write also, if you want, in the comments, either on Facebook or on YouTube here, who is your favorite pilots. Of course, you need to maybe see the flights before, but in the end of the episode, write which is the pilot that you liked more. This also will help us at the door closed to decide who is going then to the final.
Yeah.
All right, time for the next pilot. Now we are gonna select the second one, which is coming from Raffaele.
It's from USA.
From USA, we have
the first USA.
Daniel Hiller.
Daniel Hiller.
All right.
Daniel.
And now we are ready for his flight.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Maybe the last day that I'll breathe. I'll breathe it in. I'll breathe it in.
Very soft start.
He's warming up.
Warm up, yeah.
Whoever told you that life would be easy, I promise that person was lying to you. You got a problem with following through, that's why I got a problem with following you. You keep looking at me like this problem is new, but we've been here before. What you trying to do? Don't talk to me like I don't know what you're feeling, cause I was there with you back in the beginning. Quit looking away when I talk, let me finish. I'm trying to be honest, you're trying to forget me.
Sometimes start slow and to increase the music, it's nice.
And when we gon' live in this life full of pain that we're 80 and one day we'll get up and say we regretted our lives. That's where we're going. Do not pretend like you don't even notice. The funny thing is that you already know it. I'm starting to think that you like how it feels to be lost in a moment. Lost in the moment. Lost in the moment. Lost in the moment.
Wow.
He loves rolls. As you know, rolls, yeah. Vertical TikTok. Arco, nice. Very good.
Molto bene. Ha un buon controllo della coda.
Maybe the last sunset I'll see. I'll take it in.
Nice.
I'll take it.
That was very low as well.
This may be the last day that I'll breathe.
And outer
I'll
stage.
breathe it in. I'll breathe.
Cool.
Nice landing.
Very congratulations
Very
also to
good
Daniel
job.
Hiller. Very good job.
Bravo,
Very good job. What do you think, Raffaele, about this pilot? Do you have some parts that you liked more? Maybe you want me to select it for you to show? Because
Yeah, in the middle of the flight, I
okay,
love his circular trajectory. No, it's
okay,
very smooth.
exactly the same. I think the same. I think because there was one rolling circle, and the rolling circle was very nice because you have to know that in maneuver in competitions, if you
Yeah,
can mix maneuvers, so it's very important if you mix maneuver. Like for example, when you have rolling plus making a looping, when you are in the halfway of the looping, again in a symmetric way, you reverse the rolling and then
yeah,
finish it. And judges sometimes are looking forward to see complete maneuvers. So you make a looping, then you have some rolls, then in the center maybe you have a pyro flip, then a roll again. And he did it once, I think here in the rolling circle. I don't know exactly where the
yeah,
spot is, but I remember that was one of the part that I liked.
yeah. He is very good to transition, no, from
Yeah,
a maneuver and another one.
good point, Raffaele. Yeah, you said a very important point. Here it is, the rolling circle. Here it has to be, of course, again in the center, but was very good. The point you said is very important, Raffaele.
Molto
Okay.
importante. La transizione tra le varie manovre, cercare di passare da una manovra all'altra nella maniera più fluida possibile.
Yeah,
Questo denota un ottimo controllo sia del mezzo che dello spazio aereo.
exactly. It's very important also to use the airspace, as Raffaele said, to use the space. So do not just fly in one spot, or on the right, or in the center, or in the front, but just use the space. So make some maneuver in the center, then make some looping, some around. Use the environment. That was always in the competition one of the points. Use the environment, and the more you use, the more places you can fill up. You have to imagine
Yeah.
to have a pencil and to have a white paper. The white paper is your flying field. So what you have to do is that with your pencil, you have to draw around and you have to make everything filled up from all the corners. When you can do that, for example, when I am planning a freestyle for competitions, I always take this piece of paper and say, okay, I try to make a circle every 10 seconds. And I imagine my flight and I make the circle in the moment where I am.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, 10 seconds, I'm here, then I'm here, then I'm here, then I'm gonna move, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be. In the end, I look at the paper and I see where is missing some flying. And that helps me a lot, Raffaele, to fill up the airspace.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So this was Daniel Hiller. Once again, thank you very much for Daniel Hiller for being with us and to be the second pilot of the first episode, beginner class WHFP 2020. Now it's time for the third pilot, which is coming from Raffaele.
Coming from Italy, no?
Coming from Italy. Perfect. Okay. And his name is Fabrizio Cipriani. Let's take his flight now. Okay. Are you guys ready? Then let's go.
Vediamo Fabrizio.
And again, suspense music like this one also very nice.
I like a lot.
Thank you, Gonzalez, for saying thank you for the advice. We are more than happy.
The tips of Mirko are golden. Oh, nice.
This music is from Transformers, if you want to know.
Yeah.
The soundtrack of Transformers. I love it. Cool. Very smooth flying.
Yeah.
Inverted overing.
Bellissimi.
And now I guess it's time for a lower.
Hai seguito delle manovre circolari molto ben fatte. Ecco.
Il volo invertito,
che-
molto preciso.
Sì, ha un ottimo controllo dell'elicottero. Soprattutto quando non vede il terreno come riferimento,
Esatto.
è difficile volare così.
Sì, si può avere una telecamera aperta o chiusa. Lui ce l'ha abbastanza chiusa, nonostante questo riesce a trovarsi sempre nei posti controllati.
Sì, bravo Fabrizio. In chat
Che-
scrivono
Lower! Lower! We will scream for you guys, lower. We are bringing the messages to life. And in the simulator also is even more difficult to fly higher than lower sometimes, you know? Wow, congratulations
Right.
also to Fabrizio Cipriani, very, very good. An applause for him.
Bravo, complimenti.
What I like about this flight, I appreciated the fact that even though it's a simulator, people can think you can never crash, okay? And if you can never crash, you can risk it the whole time. What I appreciate in this flight is that even though it's a simulator, he anyway didn't take the risk and flew at the level that he feel comfortable, you know? And he made the maneuver that he's able to make, like if it was a real simulation of a real helicopter. And this is what I appreciate about this flight, that he didn't make, you know, weird, maybe not precise maneuver in the ground, but made precise maneuvers at the level that he feels comfortable with. Maybe if you want to translate in Italian, Raffaele, since we have an Italian pilot here.
Sì, beh, mi sembra giusto tradurre in italiano quello
Certo.
che hai detto. Mirko diceva che soprattutto nei simulatori, quando non si ha la percezione della realtà dei riferimenti del campo, è molto difficile volare in alto ed essere precisi in alto, proprio perché non si hanno dei riferimenti, quindi si vede soltanto lo sfondo del cielo, a differenza della realtà. Fabrizio, in particolare, è stato molto bravo a essere preciso e a gestire bene le traiettorie. E questo denota che ha un ottimo controllo e anche una conoscenza del suo spazio aereo.
Assolutamente.
Ho visto che ha realizzato dei bellissimi tonneau, dei bellissimi roll, ha scritto delle ottime traiettorie circolari, quindi è un pilota molto preciso, questo lo possiamo dire, Mirko.
Assolutamente sì. Adesso riguardando un attimino come abbiamo fatto per l'altro pilota, che questo è il nostro format, quindi noi facciamo vedere i voli con musica, poi dopo li riguardiamo mentre che parliamo un pochettino senza l'audio. Looking back to this video, first let me check 1 second here that I want to say thank you to Kurt Gallens that said golden tips from Mirko, much appreciated. Thank you very much, Kurt. I love to give as much tips as possible to you guys because in this moment that also the RC helicopter community is getting closer and closer, I think it's important that we help each other, and if anyone knows something that can help others, I think it's the right moment, you know, to share it with everybody and to share our passion. Again, also, Raffaele, let's say hello also to Devon Stock. It's a shop in Italy, Devon Stock, which is supporting us also here in the messages and saying, go guys. So, hello Devon Stock.
Grande, grazie del supporto. Sempre presenti, Devon sono sempre presenti, soprattutto anche nelle competizioni in Italia, sono dei ragazzi che sono sempre attivi,
Verissimo,
dobbiamo
verissimo.
dirlo.
Come
Mirko,
negli eventi tipo Ventolina, eccetera, sempre presenti con lo
Ventolina,
stand
certo.
a supportare con
RC
gadget.
Elementi.
Assolutamente.
Elimenia, un sacco di eventi che organizzano e a cui partecipano numerosi.
Perfetto.
Mirko,
Ancora una volta, dimmi tutto.
Scusami, ti interrompo, volevo dirti che scrivono in chat che sentono la mia voce troppo bassa.
Va bene, provo a alzare leggermente allora la tua voce in modo tale da averti.
Io provo a avvicinare un po' il microfono, però
Sì,
più
giusto.
così.
Scusate, in effetti. Ok, the voice of Raffaele was a little bit low, now should be much higher. Maybe try to talk and see if in the messages they answer that they hear you better. Okay. Perfect. Alright guys, again Fabrizio, grazie mille, assolutamente apprezzato il tuo volo e siamo pronti per andare avanti con il prossimo pilota del Whsc che adesso andiamo a selezionare. So the next pilot of the WHSC 2020, beginner class, is the fourth pilot, almost the last one, is coming from
Belgium.
Belgium. So you see, we have so many countries, really happy.
Yeah.
Ready for it? We have Devi Van. All right, Devi Van. Okay. Now let's open his flight. Voila, we have the sound okay, everything ready. And here we go.
Let's see.
In this case, we can also see the helicopters. This one is, of course, an electric helicopter compared to Gonzalez, which was using a nitro. If I'm not wrong, it's a Gaui helicopter, X7. Again, epic music.
Yeah, it's right. Good choice, Neil.
Yeah. I will give you another tip, Raffaele. Remember me later to give a tip regarding the epic music, okay? After this flight. Lucas Riva present to the live streaming. Hello, Lucas.
Ciao, Luca.
Nice one. Full control of the tail. Nice. Very symmetric. Ooh, that was low.
Yeah. It's a very dynamic ride.
Sorry?
He has a mixed various style, no?
Yeah. He mixed songs in this case. Yeah, different songs and different styles. This is a very good song. I love it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Queste sono piccole finestre.
Ma importantissime.
Sì. E a noi non
Look
ci
at the end.
sono.
Ready for the end? Amazing.
Nice one.
Very, very good flight. Love it.
Nice job, Dave Van.
Dave Van from Belgium. Very, very good flight. Okay, so the tip that you have to remember me was regarding the epic music. So what I can say about the music. When I'm building some music flights, Raffaele, you have to know that sometimes I have to choose some music and I don't want to use always the same style. I don't want to use just two styles, but I try to mix at least 3 or 4 different kind of music. Why? The reason is because we have to say that judges have their own preferences sometimes. And regarding music flights, it really depends. Maybe you have a very young judge which loves hardcore music. You have another judge who maybe loves some more soft and slow music. So you always have to I was always, I can say, checking which were the judges in the competition, to
Yeah.
know which music to use as well.
Yeah.
And
To-
regarding the epic music, just when you have to search some kind of music, in this case epic music, right on YouTube, this is how I do it. I go on YouTube, I open my simulator in one laptop, in the other one I have YouTube and my editing software, and I search epic motivational music or epic inspirational musics, because these are the ones that create the right environment. And they are perfect, I tell you, perfect for beginning and finishing the flights.
Perfetto. È una giusta osservazione quella che fa Mirko di mixare diverse musiche anche per avere più chance di trovare e assecondare le preferenze dei giudici. Quindi mixando più di una musica si ha una chance maggiore di trovare e sposare i gusti dei giurati. È un ottimo consiglio.
Esattamente. All right, so let's jump to the last pilot of the beginner class, because guys, as you know, we have made a post on internet where on Facebook on our page, where we were asking who is the VIP pilot of this first episode.
Yeah.
And very soon after the next flight, we are going to reveal who is the pilot, and he prepared something special for us. All right, thank you again very, very much. Sorry, yes?
Ah, okay. No, I see Davy Van again.
Yeah, David Van is still here. Yeah, of course. I wanted to say something about him before we close him, that I really liked one part that is here, where what I like about this fight is that he's using the tail almost perfectly, I would say. Really, really great. Because he moves the tail at the beats of the sounds of the music in the right moment, even though the sounds sometimes are not the main beats of the music. They're like the side beats of the music, and he's always moving the tail in order to beat them in the correct way. And I liked one part, which is here, this TikTok with the tail movement, and in the music, if I can put the music back, you can see here. Look at now.
Yeah.
So he first made the first tune, then tan tan tune, tan tan. So mixing tail and elevator for different type of sounds. In one sound, just elevator, then stop. The other sounds of the music come tail, then stop. And this one makes the judges understand that he really knows how to use the helicopter in time with the music. All right. Once again, really congratulations to the Vivan.
Nice.
Amazing fight. And now we have the last one. Coming from Raffaele?
From Israel.
From Israel. Perfect.
From Israel, yeah.
Okay, now let's put this one back. Let's close it. Okay, we have the last pilot from Israel, and his name is Yarden Zingerman. All right. Let's open his flight.
Nice.
And let's start the last pilot of the beginner class.
For this night.
For this night, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready, guys? Let's go. Sound here is a little bit low, probably. But this is the exported file.
Mirko, this is very familiar scenarios to us, no?
Yeah, this is basically, we have to talk a little bit slow because the music of this flight is very, very low. It's the file that is this low. And this is the vein low, where I did my 3D Master 2012, my first time, at 2011, also was there looking. So amazing. Let's look at the flight now.
Nice.
Very nice.
He doesn't use zoom, no, Mirko?
No, also he doesn't use zoom. Yeah, he's completely dead zoomed and he can still control the helicopter very well. Nice.
Lower.
Cool.
Nice transition, no?
Yeah. Transitions are very important between one maneuver and the other, and also between musics. He's flying in this case with the Mikado helicopter, as you can see. This is the logo 700.
Yeah.
And I love this design of the canopy. I never changed the design of my canopy, but now I also started using this one because I love it. Blue and fluo, amazing color.
Yeah. The green color make them very visible.
All right. So this was Jan Zigerman. Thank you very much also to you for participating to the competition. Amazing.
Very good flight.
Really good. I just want to take it back just to examine one part about this flight. I really liked here, in this part where he was making the lateral tic-tocs. He was quite precise in this part of the tic-tocs. Let's jump back in the right part. And also, what do you think, Rafael, about this flight? Did you have something that you liked the most?
Yeah, I like a lot of his
This one.
TikToks. His
Yeah.
TikTok's attitude.
Yeah.
Very good TikToks.
Yeah, he's addicted to
The
TikToks.
nose, the tail, the lateral TikToks.
Look at
is
this,
very
yeah.
good.
I like this part. This slow TikTok is sometimes
Yeah,
is more difficult to
me
make a slow one than a fast one, you know? All right, guys. So we reached the end of the 5 beginner pilots of the episode number 1. Tomorrow, the next one, of course. And now it's time for the thing that you all have been waiting for, the VIP pilot. Who is the VIP pilot? Raffaele, I think we wrote on Facebook and asked who it was, and someone guessed it right. And now it's time to tell who is the person that finally found out who is the guest.
yeah, Mirko. The first one that has guessed the VIP is Antonio Piolettieri.
Antonio Pilettieri, congratulations Antonio Pilettieri,
Yeah.
you succeeded and you discovered who was the pilot.
Very
And
good, man.
now time to show it. Are you ready, Rafa?
I'm ready, Mirko.
Okay. Alright guys, let's jump into the very important pilot. VIP usually is very important person, in this case very important pilot. And now this video is all for you guys. Enjoy.
Blaze the fire, make it burn them. We mash up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
Kyle Dahl.
The big Kyle.
Hello everyone, it's Kyle. I hope you're all staying safe in these unexpected times. Despite what's going on in the world, I think it's really great that we can all still enjoy our hobby in this new alternative way during this period. I hope you're enjoying the live stream of the world's first radio-controlled helicopter sim competition. Here's a short demo flight from myself using AccuRC controlled by the V-Bar Control Touch radio. Enjoy.
I expect a very, very nice fight, Rafael. Are you ready, guys? Let's go.
That's insane.
Can tell it's Kyle.
I like the style of Kyle.
Oh, coming. Wow, look at this. Kyle Dahl, everybody.
It's a monster.
Look at this lateral pyro flip. It also reverse to the other way. You see now it's flying in line in front of him. That's very important. I love this music. Ooh. This song, the one we used for long, the 100.
Kyle è forse uno dei pochi piloti che sia al simulatore che nella realtà riesce a sorprendere, a volare quasi nella stessa maniera, no?
Assolutamente. Assolutamente sì. Wow, that was low. Kyle is amazing for using rock music like this one and turning them into a real all the way. Yo! Oh, look at that tail! It's under the ground. Always, this much ground.
Sembra che riesca a fare qualsiasi cosa gli passi per la testa.
Absolutely everything. It's not even thinking for it. Amazing. Just amazing.
Bravo Kyle.
Congratulations, Kyle. So, once again, thank you very, very much to Kyle Dahl and to all the VIP pilots which accepted to be with us together in this new experience of the Whsc, which is completely new also for us. Alright guys, now it's time to jump into the professional class. We have added the 5 pilots from the professional class. We cannot wait to show you them. Raffaele, let's jump into the standard configuration again.
Yeah.
Perfect. Here we are. Time to select the pilots. Which is the first one? From where? From where is he?
He's from USA.
From USA, okay.
Yeah.
And his name is?
You know him? Brandon Hire.
Brandon Hire. Alright guys, let's put this video now. You can already tell professional class started. Oh. Cool. No TikTok, tail TikTok. Very symmetric. Drop is coming.
Mi piace molto la sua capacità di cambiare da uno stile all'altro e quindi rendere imprevedibile il volo. Non so te, Mirko.
Verissimo. Wow, Pyro TikTok. That was low.
This is a great flight. Very good.
Ooh, I like this maneuver. We'll talk about this maneuver later.
Wow.
Nice.
Flower!
Woo!
Direi che vede che abbiamo iniziato con i piloti professionisti, no?
Assolutamente. Ha un buon allenamento, buona distanza, precisione, volo basso, tutte le caratteristiche. Simmetria, lo spazio, see the space, the environment, this is how you have to fill it up. Again, high. Whoa, look at that.
Sta scatenando.
Amazing, amazing. Wow.
No,
Congratulations. Okay, about this flight, I have two things.
Yeah.
First, again, one tip from my side. When you're creating a music flight, if you have some new maneuvers or something very special that you want to show, always put it at the end, the last 20 seconds. Because in this case, if you have the new maneuvers or the lowest maneuver or your favorites, the best one you can make, do them in the end because judges will remember them. If you do it in the center at the beginning, they see a lot of flights. You have to keep in mind that they see a lot of flights. If you do it in the end, like he did, for example, so strong music at the end, very low flying, it gives the impression to judges, okay, he has the control and he wants to leave a sign. Raffaele, you want to translate this part because I think it's very important, as to have the right, to have a flight organized, to make a plan in your mind. So here I make some precise maneuver. Here I make something that gets the hype, the interest of seeing the flight, and that something is coming. At the end, you have a drop, so a music which is increasing, and then there is the boom, and the last 20 seconds, judges will have to remember that part.
Certo. E una cosa molto importante è quella di avere un pieno controllo dell'aria sia nel piano orizzontale e sia nel piano verticale. Il pilota deve sapere bene, nella sua mente deve essere ben organizzato dove ripartire le varie manovre in base allo spazio che sta occupando l'elicottero, quindi sapere già a priori il fatto di fare una determinata manovra in quella posizione, in quella determinata quota, per poi passare un'altra manovra in un determinato punto e in un'altra determinata quota. Questo è molto importante perché è un indice di un'ottima percezione dello spazio e del controllo dell'elicottero.
Assolutamente sì. Concordo pieno, esattamente. Raffa, che facciamo? Ci buttiamo nel prossimo volo?
Direi di sì, assolutamente, non vedo l'ora.
All right, next flight. I cannot wait as well to see the next flight. Next flight, we can leave this page open. First, sorry that I was forgetting. At the minute 140, I loved this maneuver. I don't know you, but I loved this maneuver from him.
Yeah,
this is a vertical rolling circle, and it's really particular because the helicopter usually it's normal to make rolls like this. It's easy. You give pitch and it stays up. When it's vertical like that, it gets super complicated to keep it vertical in this way because you always have to give a lot of pitch and use the momentum of the helicopter to keep it there. If you want to make it more normal, you have to have it flat, but then it doesn't look as good as he did. He did it very, very vertical, and it's super cool. Love this part.
Sì. Mirko,
Dimmi.
c'è Devon che commenta dicendo che è molto importante volare così pulito su una base rock. E in effetti è vero, perché su una
Vero.
base, su una musica rock, il pilota tende un po' a sporcare le manovre
Fare smack.
nel beats. Invece lui è stato molto preciso, oculato anche in una base come questa.
Concordo appieno.
È una giusta osservazione, bravo.
Giusta osservazione, soprattutto quando è una musica rock di questo tipo che ti spinge e ti viene voglia, diciamo, di volar basso sempre vicino, far manovre. Invece in questo caso lui ha deciso, ha preparato il suo volo, apparentemente, che si nota che comunque l'ha preparato, ha detto faccio questa manovra, la faccio. E così ha fatto ed è venuto molto molto bene. Congratulazioni di
Ottimo.
nuovo a Brandon Ayer.
Bravo Bernard.
Prossimo pilota che abbiamo invece sarà, fatemi mettere l'audio di nuovo.
Il
Giusto?
prossimo pilota è un po' più vicino a noi,
Ok.
geograficamente parlando, ovvio.
So the next pilot is coming from
It's from Germany, Mirko.
Germany, and he is
Yeah.
okay. German guys, get ready. The next pilot is Nico Raumer,
Bravo.
and let's jump to flight right now.
Very young guy.
Very very young pilot, yeah.
No, there ain't no stopping us.
Again, I recognize the helicopter
Fly without boarding pass.
and also the base.
Catch me, I be moving fast.
This is where the World Championship of helicopters is based.
Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show who's in charge.
Ooh, a nice drop is coming here.
Shooting star.
Let's get ready with some horns. Whoa! Look at that fire flip.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's amazing.
And this is the global 3D.
Voices in my head are saying way too much, but I don't mind, yeah, I'm alive. Pushing and they're pulling till I've had enough, but I don't mind, yeah, I'm alive.
Wow.
Nice tail movements.
Yeah. Very impressive skills, Mirko.
I love the music with this drop. Oh!
Please, stop.
Nice.
Yeah, very closer to the ground, Mirko.
Oh, this is the music I used in China for the finish of my music by the World Cup. Oh, let's go. Super cool. Thank you very much, Nico Raumer, for sending us this video. Congratulations, amazing flights. Loved a lot of parts.
Complimenti, Nico.
Very, very good flight in many, many ways. There were different parts I liked, and he loves to do pyro TikToks. I don't know if you saw it, Rafa.
Yeah. It's a very scenographic flight, no, Mirko?
Yeah. It's very full. It's packed of maneuvers. There are many different, type of maneuvers. Again, here a little bit. It's very difficult to judge it and also to to make it while you're flying, because you think you need to show the flight and people have to see the flight, so you have to fly it close to you. But in
Yeah, it's
this
right.
case, I love the thing that he's flying far, so he's not flying super close to him, so it shows that he has a nice control of safety as well.
Yeah, it's right.
Even though it's a simulator, he could fly like into him and nothing happens, but
Yeah.
he still keeps the right distance to him, and this is something that I appreciate. Here it went super low in this part. Look at the tail. Just
Yeah,
imagine.
he's very close to the ground.
Here
Yeah.
it was absolutely close, and here it was barely touching the tail. But you can see that as soon as the tail was going close to the ground, he turned the tail in order to not touch it and went away. Nice control. Congratulations, Nico Raumer. Now we have the third pilot coming from
He's coming from Puerto Rico.
Puerto
It's
Rico.
very far from us.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Very
this is something, Raffaele, that I love about this, and this really makes me super proud and happy, because there are some pilots that loves to compete in competition, and for different ways, maybe for the economical situation that they cannot afford the helicopters, also traveling, they cannot come to the competition, also the work, the time, but they always wanted to compete against other pilots, and maybe they also have the skills to do it. And this is what I love and what Push does. I'm talking for me, but I believe it's the same for you. And this is what me and Raffaele wanted to bring you guys. A competition where everybody, you just need a remote control. It can even be a 20 euro from AliExpress radio. You can plug it to your PC, download the simulator, and just compete.
Sì.
So the next pilot, sorry Rafa, if you want to add something.
Yeah, volevo un attimo anche tradurre quello che
Assolutamente.
hai detto, che è molto importante. Io trovo che sia forse il punto più bello della nostra competizione, ed è proprio quella di poter offrire anche a chi in questa situazione, ma anche nelle situazioni normali, non si può permettere di affrontare un viaggio per spostarsi e raggiungere le località delle competizioni più famose. Comunque questa competizione gli permette di partecipare in una competizione internazionale senza dover affrontare poi i costi di un viaggio, i costi di trasporto e i costi anche di preparazione di tutto, di tutti gli strumenti per partecipare a una competizione. Questo è davvero un grande punto a favore di questa competizione, e ciò ci rende davvero felici.
Assolutamente.
Ottimo.
I also want to say thank you to all the spectators that are watching. So thank you that you are watching us and you are spending your time to be with us in this contest. We already reached almost 200.
Yeah? No. Nope. I can hear you, but I can see you.
Now again. Now you should hear me. Everything is good, guys. As soon as you give me some thumbs up in the messages, we start with the competition again. Just give me a thumbs up as soon as I see the first thumbs up. It means it works. Ok, Florian, perfect. Good. Adesso sì. It's so amazing, guys, that as soon as I say something, all the messages are coming there. I love it. So it means the system is working and you guys are supporting us. Perfect. Let's go in the next pilot. Next pilot is. You can say the name, Raffaele.
Yeah, the name is Daniel Schreier.
Daniel Schreier.
Yeah.
From Germany.
I think now we were looking at Nico, right? Raffaele. So the next one is Judy. The next one is Jury Kulikov in order. So we just have to use our
sorry,
order.
Mister. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, me.
Okay. Next pilot coming from
He's coming from Austria, Mirko.
Austria. Perfect. Here we have him, and let's jump into his video.
Let's see you.
Just 1 second, guys, because the problem is that I'm using a software which had a little crash right now, so I had to reopen a few folders just to control all the audio for you guys. Okay. Perfect. We are ready again for opening his flight. Sorry for the delay, and here we have him. So I want to say this guy also, let's first put the music. This guy, exactly, I wanted to double check if it was him. He kindly asked me if he can use my music flight of Global 3D that I have used, because he told me that he really loves the music I did and he would love to use it in the simulator. And I told him absolutely no problem, just use it. And he wanted to replicate also my flight. So I will look at it. Maybe Raffaele, if you want, you can judge it more and in details. But from my point of view, I'm gonna judge mainly the precision, but not the choreography, since I made the flight choreography.
Yeah.
So nice for you to hear again my music.
Oh, nice pilot shot, Mirko. I love it.
So this part was very efficient.
This is a good music.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Do you guys want some new maneuvers? Let's go! Thank you.
It's amazing.
Okay, guys, amazing flight. I was just trying to listen also to the live streaming just to make sure that everything works for you guys. Ok, and
Sono i
amazing
piccoli
fight.
inconvenienti della diretta, Mirko. Questo è il
Absolutely.
bello delle dirette.
This is what we love about live streaming. You know, everything can
Yeah.
happen at last minute, and we never know. I try to make the audio a little bit better because I read some comments that the audio is not the best. I love the flight that he made. I love that he wanted to make my flight. So thank you very very much, Jury. Really appreciate this.
Yeah.
And Rafael, do you have some parts of the flight maybe that you liked the most, or what do you think about precision? Because you have to know we have
Yeah.
a list of criterion that we are going to follow. So we have some
Yeah.
criteria that we're going to follow in order to judge at the door closed, as we said before. One of them, and after I want to answer to one of the questions that I was reading because it's very very nice. I want to spend a little bit of time. Maybe we can leave that question for later on as soon as the competition is finished. Okay. What do you think, Raffaele? Precision, for example. About this flight.
He has a lot of precision in the tail. He has a full control of his tail.
Yeah.
No?
I think so too. Yeah.
And seems that he have the full control of the helicopter. He do helicopter everything he needs.
Yeah. Everything he has in his head is showing what he wants to show with his fingers in the helicopter. As you can see here, for example, in the pyro TikTok was perfectly centered. Now goes. This is one maneuver that I love to do. So it was basically a looping with pyro TikTok here, then normal TikToks, wheel of fortune, pyro TikTok here, coming up here, turning, then reverse, then coming up here, reverse, coming up here, and then finish. This maneuver is a complete maneuver, as I said before. Very, very important for competition to mix maneuvers. Here in this case, for making this music flight, I mixed one full looping, one wheel of fortune, where you have to, with the TikTok, you have to sign the clock of the clock every hour of the clock. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3. At 3, then you have to make a pyro TikTok. Then again 3. Then make a pyro TikTok and reverse. Then 3. And this is one that you mix TikToks, you mix loopings, you mix pyro TikTok, you mix rotor pyro TikTok, landing gear pyro TikTok. You mix a lot of things, and that's very important for competition to mix as many maneuvers as possible in one packed and clear maneuver with clear beginning and clear finish. Okay, let's jump into the next one. What's the country of the next pilot, Raffaele?
Yeah. The next pilot is from Germany.
Germany.
He's from Germany, yeah.
His name is Alexander
Schreider.
No. I think you, Raffaele, have a list which is a little bit more. It's nice. It's
Sorry,
nice.
Mirko.
We made a mix of
Yeah.
name and surname. We mix the families basically.
Yeah. The next pilot is from Puerto Rico.
Okay, now makes sense. And his name is?
Alexander Perez. Is right?
Now it's correct. Alexander Perez.
That's
Fantastic.
correct.
It's nice also, to know the name also in person. So to me, maybe it looks funny because when I meet them around the world, also I know them in person, and that makes it was funny that you mixed two names.
Yeah.
Okay, we go into it.
Volevo vedere se eri tu eri attento.
Raffaele said that you wanted to check if I was actually checking everything correctly, if I was connected to what I was doing. All right, and here we have his flight. I hope the sound is better for you guys. I will mute myself so there shouldn't be a loop of sound.
Your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed himself and family. By any means, your enemies, my enemies, we wet them up like a canteen. The yellow tanks around the face, don't have a face, so now you late, open the gates. Great, eliminate like a lemonade. Hey, young boy had to penetrate. Face, young boy done caught a case. Bang, never mama living with the pain. Wait, doctor says he's gonna stay. They don't get the alternate, you are the opposite. Stop the shit, chop your esophagus. Bitches be bopping and bow down and popping and dropping it in her esophagus. She is so nasty in public, she classy, perhaps she is able to swallow it. Girl, I could make you a star. Then I put her ass on a puddle, bitch. Bitch, I am ultimate, behold my awesomeness, narcissist, but I'm an arsonist. Ripping through cartilage, I am the hardest, bitch, wrap it up, put in sarcophagus. Dilly departed, it's done when it started, so now that I'm living so harmonious. Feeling like Spartacus, Curry the ultimate, I am the best, there's no politics. Bitch, I'm ultimate. Ultimate.
Nice shot.
Bitch, I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed himself and family. By any means, your enemies, my enemies, we wet them up like a canteen. The yellow tape surrounds the face, don't have a face, so now you late, open the gates. Photosynthesis, put up parenthesis, temporary, very scary. If I feel like the bitch, never knew my life, but yet the question is he fake, is he real, what the message is? Chop a bitch nigga up, I'ma sever it. When I sever shit, I kill him, no Coney, these niggas ain't homies. Claim you the homie, I turn into Broly. Dropping melodic into the cosmic flow like a prophet, lyrical toxic. Flow like a foreigner, I'm the torturer out of South Florida. Color coroner, killed in the corridor. I'm the overlord, rhymes like a sorcerer. I'm an animal, bitch, I'm a beast. Nigga, you tell me who fucking with me. K to the I to the N to the G. Claim you the hottest, but I disagree. Better love something than get a degree. This for Lord infamous, so R.I.P. All reproduction bitches looking thirsty, riding through the dirty like it's mandatory in the other story. I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed himself and family.
Very nice,
By any
very
means,
nice.
your enemies, we wet them up like a canteen. The yellow tape surrounds the face, don't have a face, so now you late, open the gate.
Wow.
Absolutely cool fight. Okay, guys, very, very nice fight. I have one spot. Before we go and check that spot of the flight, I want to say also to you, Raffaele, maybe it's better for you guys if me and you, Raffaele, mute ourselves while we watch the flights. This is something that we are learning by doing, because I checked also in the streaming if I'm muted, and also you, Raffaele, are muted, and we talk after the flight. The music is much more clear, and you guys can enjoy better the sound.
Yeah.
Okay, Raffaele.
Right.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I want to show you one spot, Rafa, that I really loved. Here, minute 1:40. This to put the music actually to show it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
This part was very nice because it was, with the tail, it was not going always at the same speed, but it was making one sound like ta-na-na-nam, ta-na-na-nam, ta-na-na-nam. And it was showing with lateral movements, pushing and blocking, plus the tail locking. This locking movement shows the beat of the music. Done in the beat of the music, it's perfect. Loved it.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
like a breakdance style flight, no?
yeah, it's
Pushing
breakdance
in
basically.
the ground, and after again, following the beats.
It's like
Very good.
good point, Rafa. It's breakdance done with helicopter. This is called it's called art. Everybody of us everybody of us has some art, to show in order to express themselves. And in this case, they are using just a tool, which is the helicopter. Someone else use the bicycle for making freestyle with the BMX. Somebody else use dancing. We just have to find our tool to express ourselves and use it. In this case, when you get to the professional level, this is where you can see maybe the professional pilots can deliver emotions. And that's the point where you can tell, okay, I'm getting serious and professional in this. Okay. Now, let me try to enter the next one. Next one is... it's just missing one pilot, so you should be able to make it, Rafa. Do it for us.
Is
It's Daniel Schreier.
Daniel Shire, next pilot.
Now it's correct, no?
Nice,
You last
correct.
one.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's from Germany.
Okay, guys. So let's jump into his flight right now.
Let's see him.
I will mute myself. Raffaele, mute also you.
Wow.
I just got one question, bitch. Can you make a dip? Make a dip, 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 make a dip. Yeah, baby, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip, take a sip. Lick a lip, lick a lips. Yeah, baby, I just wanna see you dip.
Good.
Really cool. That's
Nice
job.
job, Mister. Nice job.
You know what I like? As Lucas Riva said, I really like
What?
this comment that he made. He said he was in the line always. Let me take the perfect message again. Um, Let me
Yeah.
find it 1 second. Maybe you find it. All maneuver just on spot. Lucas Riva said, I love it. All maneuver just on spot, in front or 90 degrees. All
Yeah.
90 degrees. Like, absolutely perfect.
Right.
They fly on the line perfectly. Lucas Riva has a huge experience, guys. So whatever he's writing, I admire him and I want to read it because it needs to take some attention. And he's completely correct. So this flight, if we watch again, just a little bit, let me mute. If we watch it again without the sound here, from minute 130, here is where I love some maneuvers. If you look at some parts, he's always stopping in front of him. He's always changing direction, 90 degrees. It's always flying at the right code. Look at this part TikTok. This is what I wanted to show you. It's on spot. It's there. Lateral TikToks on spot. 360 TikToks on spot. Stopping there also. So this is the way you have to to fly to be a professional. Also there, you do one maneuver.
Yeah.
Do not come, make a maneuver quickly and go away, because it looks like you don't want to spend too much time on it, because you're not very precise and you don't want to risk to maybe do not do it many times precisely, but just stay there. If you want to show a maneuver, Pyro TikTok, make it at least for 4-5 seconds there, tan 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 tan, then finish. That's called a maneuver. If you just arrive, make one ta ta and then go away, it's not easy for the judges, to say, okay, you was precise. Once again, very, very good flight, Daniel Shire. Thank you for sending us your video as well. Really, really good, on spot the whole time. And now we arrived, Raffaele, we are arrived to the finish, to the end of the WHSC 20 episode 1. Correct?
Yeah. Il tempo è volato.
Time flew, absolutely.
Yeah.
Correct. But now it's time for the part that also you guys were waiting for, question and answer, Q&A. So I have some questions here that I want to answer, which are really interesting. Let's jump into them. So one question was coming from Jury, with the pilot that we saw before. Will the stream be available afterwards? The answer is yes. So we really hope so. We never know if YouTube is following our steps, but it should. So when we are going to close the live streaming should be published in our YouTube page. We are going to post the link again on Facebook in order that you have it always ready. You can go either on Facebook, either on YouTube, and you have it there. So the answer is yes. Let's see other question. Raffaele.
Quindi ricordo, Mirko, faccio una breve traduzione anche per il pubblico italiano, che comunque vedo che non sono pochi. Quindi vi rassicuriamo, alla fine di ogni streaming, ogni episodio poi sarà completamente riproducibile come qualsiasi video su YouTube.
Assolutamente. Perfetto. Raffaele, se hai delle domande magari che trovi nella chat, tranquillamente leggile in modo tale che possiamo rispondere insieme.
Certo.
In the meanwhile, I was searching for some other question.
Yeah. The question of
Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Mirko, do you always plan every details of your competition flight, or you improvise a little?
Okay, very good question. It really depends. It really depends. When we are, let me in the meanwhile put a little bit of background music. Okay, so basically, when I am doing music flights for, sorry guys, let me concentrate by opening this one again. Okay, when I do music flights, it always depends for what. So if I have to do a music flight for competitions, I never improvise. I always prepare my music. I know exactly when the beat is coming, when this part of the music is coming. And I tell you, for music flights is the most spending time ever. So everything you do, it has to be planned. It has to be planned in the correct way. So for competitions, I plan every single second. I spend maybe 1-2 months before competition flying almost every day, at least like 4 or 5 packs a day. Before some globals, I did 1 month and a half full day together with my girlfriend, which I say thank you very, very much to her, because she's for sure looking at the live streaming right now, because with a lot of love she helped me, bring in the batteries from home to the flying field, which was very close, because in my farmhouse I have the flying field, let's call it, in front of the farmhouse. And with the motocross bike, she was, taking the batteries. I teach her how to charge the batteries. She was charging and bringing back to me. And this, I tell you, it was full day, full effort for the whole month. So roughly a month, a bit more, every day practicing. And I spent a good 25 days every day just music flight. That's first, I love it. Second one is the one that takes more time.
Yeah.
So to fully answer to the question, if it's a competition, yes, I fully organize my flight, music first, and then the real flight, the maneuvers. 70% on the simulator, and the rest it's all done in the real life to get it precise. for all other music, like for example in events, I love to take a random one, put it on the phone, just because maybe I was driving in the car and I like this music. I save it. So the procedure I do is that I have my phone application. In this case, I use Spotify. I keep searching music the whole year when I'm driving, when I'm doing something at home. I always listen to music. When I have some music that I like, I save them, the little art, and then I try them in the simulator or in the events. So yes, I improvise a lot of times. Okay, let's see other questions maybe.
Yeah, another question. Greg asked us if it will be an intermediate category for next year. It's a good question.
It's a good question. Actually, we thought about it.
Yeah.
We were thinking about it to make already 3 categories, so beginner, intermediate, and professional. Because I want to say also sorry, guys, because maybe some of you are not beginners. They have been flying for a lot of years, a lot of time, but we had to put them in the beginner categories because they were not maybe enough. They were not professionals, so they're not doing it as a career, or they're not doing it. They have not done many competitions yet. So it's just because they are not in that category at the moment. They will arrive there. But we had to put it in the category before. It's called beginners, but it doesn't mean that you guys just started flying. It means just that we wanted to give a name to a category, which is right before the professionals. But that afterwards, together with us in this competition, you can get better in the time and jump into the professional class in the next times. Because this competition is not going to end here. Our idea is to bring this competition further and further and getting more professional and getting better in the time also with the organization.
Okay.
And I have one question from Cedric. He says, are you in the same room? No, we are not in the same room. He is in Italy. I am in Switzerland now because actually I'm in Liechtenstein because I live in Switzerland 5 minutes away from here and I work in Liechtenstein. Now I went in Liechtenstein here where I have my internet connection, which is much faster. And Rafael is at home, right?
Yeah, from Genova, Italy.
Exactly. So we are a little bit far away. Due to this difficult situation, I cannot go in my city, which is Genova, where Raffaele is at the moment. So I'm really...
You are still studying here.
Yeah, so he's studying here.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Another question is...
Go.
Anna says, questions from artists. How are you choosing your music for flights?
How do I choose them?
Yeah.
For choosing the music, as I said before, I keep listening to music and music and music and music. Mi dicono che tu hai l'eco, Raffaele. Non so se magari hai qualche... Io ti sento molto bene, devo dire.
Ok.
Ah, ho capito perché. Ora dovresti sentire molto meglio. Un secondo solo, ragazzi, che controllo che si senta bene. Okay, in the meanwhile, I want to...
The question?
Just 1 second, guys, sorry. Just checking the audio. Okay.
Resolve it.
Perfect. Okay, now it should be better. To answer to the question, how do I choose music flight?
Yeah.
Basically, I just keep searching, as I said, the whole day with Spotify new music, and I use a lot the playlist for gymnastics. So the inspirational music or workout music, sometimes dubstep music, electronic, some music with the drops. And this is how I search them. I just open new playlists, keep searching. When I like something, put it on YouTube, convert it to MP3, put it in my music flight, try with a simulator, and if I love it and like it, then I mix them together and try to build it. But I want to answer to one question here, which is very interesting. I have it here from Devon Stock again. Devon Stock elicotteri raccomandati. Ma chi vota? I piloti? Tutti noi? So the question is regarding who is voting. Basically, our procedure, as we showed in Facebook, we have a list of criteria that we are going to select. We are going to fill up. And looking at this criteria like precision, timing the music, show, all these judgments, when we are going to close the episode, We are going to work hard to look again the flights, to give some votes
Yeah.
to the pilots, and then we are going to select the flights as soon as we have seen all the flights. Because we also didn't see the flight because we wanted to see them together with you guys to give a first impression all together. And so then also you can vote by writing in the comments, either in Facebook, as I said, or here, which is the pilot that you like the most. And then we are also going to check what you guys think, which is the pilot that you guys think that was the best flying in our competition. And in this case, mixing our ideas, your ideas, we are going to find out the finalists, and then we look at the final pilots all together in the 8th episode, and we are going to judge who is the winner of the WHSC 2020. I also want to say that if you want to win, the winner of this competition is gonna get the hands on this Hobby-Wing 200 AMPS ESC. It's the first place for the beginner class and also for the professional class. This is a monster ESC. I've been using it for ages into my helicopters, and I absolutely love it. If you want to win it, just wait, compete, and then we see who is gonna win this one, and it's gonna be shipped at home. But not just that, we have many more prize giving. So I take the opportunity to say thank you very, very, very much to Hobby-Wing up here and Scorpion Power System there, which gave us the opportunity to make and build this WHSC, giving you amazing products.
Yeah.
From Scorpion, also we have for the second place, we have the Scorpion 4525 560 kV, 520 kV. It's like the motor also I've been using for ages, like literally years on my Logo 700, super powerful. We also have an ESC from Scorpion for the third place. We have some hats from Hobby-Wing, some t-shirt from Hobby-Wing, a lot of prizes. And these are all going to arrive to you from the final pilots, the finalists. Okay, Raffaele,
Yeah.
what do you think? Should we answer to a few more questions in the meanwhile to finish some questions? Ok.
Beh, sicuramente se ci sono delle domande che ora ci sfuggono nella chat, ovviamente con calma dopo la diretta le leggeremo tutte e potremo rispondere anche nei prossimi episodi con calma e sicuramente ci sarà qualche altra domanda interessante. Perché ci sono un sacco di commenti in chat e quindi sicuramente ci saranno altre domande interessanti e noi risponderemo a tutte.
I want to answer to Florian T.
Yeah.
He asked me, what helicopter brands have you flown yet? In my career, I've been flying with many different helicopters, and I tested a lot of helicopters. But I can say that when I started flying together with Sebastiano Gabutti is the pilot that basically involved me in competitions, and he was flying with Mikado, and then I started flying Mikado because he was doing it, and I loved the way the Logo 600 back in the days it was flying. This is since the beginning, like I was flying since 8 months, and I started flying with the Logo 600, the used one, and I kept using the Mikado for forever, as you probably know. I never changed it because I love also the man behind it and the whole family, Mikado family. Okay. Do you make the music effects yourself from Jury? Yes, so it depends for which kind of music. Many effects. I just go and in YouTube and search for effects, and I literally write sound effects or many things. And in this way, I choose the effects. Or I also have some programs where I can make the bass sounds, the deep sounds, and all of these things in order to create a special music flight which is unique. I have a question from Tarigol Paul. Can you show us your haircut under your cap? Guys, critical point. I didn't go to the hair cutter. As you know, I always go there because I always have the same look. But I couldn't go there. I mean, I can show it to you. I always went there, but I didn't cut my hair since long, so they are really long. So if you want to take a screenshot and go to your hair cutter and make the same, but I wouldn't do that. Oh, so nice to see the happening.
It's not a good question now.
No, it's not the right moment to ask this question.
Yeah.
Even though. Okay, don't forget Lucas Ria with his 600E legend. Absolutely. Cedric is writing, don't forget Lucas Riva with this 600 electric. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. But if I can say something, when I started flying, since my third month of flying, I went together with my father, which I also say hello because he's watching together with my mother the live streaming. I went together with my father when I was, I think, 8 years old or 9 years old. My first time to Switzerland, and we went to a shop. I don't remember the name of the shop, but it was yellow, and it was in Switzerland. I went together with my father and a friend of us, and I saw for the first time my idol Lucas Riva there flying with the 700 T-Rex 700 Nitro fly bar. It was such an amazing show, and from that point I just had my clone 450 helicopter, and I just started like after 2 or 3 months, and since then I said, okay, that's where I want to arrive. I want to fly like that, and that's what really pushed me forward. So also the reason why I want to make this kind of competitions is to have younger pilots as well getting into competitions and having the same experience I had, because it was absolutely amazing. And after that moment, to answer to the question about Lucas Riva, I saw one video of him. If you didn't see it, you have to see it on YouTube. It's Lucas Riva, also T-Rex 700 Nitro, in 2008 Las Vegas Fan Fly, the music flight on this competition. That was my favorite flight. It will be forever my favorite flight. Okay. Lucas Riva says 600 Nitro was a blast. The machine tumbled. Stupid and low. Love it for years and missing it now. So of course Nitro helicopters are perfect for flying very low. One thing that I forgot to say is that Kyle Dahl, the very important pilot that we had in this episode, he designed by his own with Mikado, he designed the Glogo 690. So he completely converted also Mikado way of making helicopters, because they always did just electric helicopters. And it turned completely this way and made the Nitro helicopter, which is called Glogo 690. And this was all made by Kyle Dahl. Will there be a list of placement for all the pilots, or just like the top 5 from Matthias Neuberg? We don't hide it. We just say that me and Raffaele are still thinking about the way to make it. We will let you know on Facebook the way we want to do it. For sure, there will be the finalists, so at least from the 5th. We have to think if we're gonna make the whole list. For sure, for us internally, we are gonna have the list in order, to understand, and we will have a whiteboard and put the names and change in order to see which the places in the correct way by looking at the flight very, very carefully. So the answer is we don't know it perfectly yet. They're thinking about it.
For now.
I have a question from Richard Dickberg. Hello Mirko, why didn't you take part of the competition? The answer is that the idea started from us. So we decided to create this contest, and I used my experience, I used my contacts and my social medias to promote the competition and to have the pilots, Raffaele, all his skills. As you can see in the background, we have all these amazing images that he created. He made all the designing parts, coming from logo to the backgrounds, everything. He's helping me out with all these kind of things. So our experiences together and our friendship since a lot of years made this happen. So this is the reason why I'm not competing. I would love to put all my effort, even though I don't hide that I would love to compete. I love to put my effort into the competition to make it happen for you guys, for all the pilots.
Goodbye, Mirko.
Hey. Then we have, when do you make a flight video of the Logo 800? Smackdanini. I will do it soon. Definitely soon. At the moment, I cannot even go flying because my flying fields around here are all closed, and I would say it's a little bit difficult to go in a random flying field here and flying with such a beast. So I will do my best and try to make some videos for that as soon as possible. Also because new power systems are coming from Scorpion, and I'm looking forward to test those as well. So looking forward to make some new videos for you guys. Maximilian Zick, which style and agility do you fly on the Logo 700 Mirko?
Yeah, it's a very technical question.
Very technical question, but good question because I spent a lot of time on finding those parameters. Just two parameters change completely the machine. Style, I use between 90, 85, 90, but mostly 90, 90, 95. And agility 120, 28, 130. This is the agility. But remember to not put too much high agility if you do not have the right settings of the pitch of the cyclic. So in my case, Savox servos, all the lengths are correct. I use around 75 of cyclic points on the V-bar, a V-bar control. Lucas Riva, bring back the nitro. Nice, cannot wait.
Una domanda, Mirko, da Deon.
Sì?
Ci scrive con che valutazioni viene fatta la classifica e da chi?
Se vuoi rispondere, Raffaele?
Sì, allora, da chi ovviamente saremo noi due a giudicare e a stabilire una sorta di classifica. Ancora non sappiamo bene se andremo poi a pubblicare una classifica con tutti i valori oppure andare a selezionare soltanto i finalisti per la finale. Per quanto riguarda invece i parametri di giudizio, domani pubblicheremo un post in cui andremo a mostrare quali sono i parametri di giudizio che utilizzeremo per selezionare e giudicare i video.
Absolutely.
Giusto?
Sì, giustissimo, corretto. Stavo leggendo solo una domanda. What about showing pilots randomly and not from beginning to the end of the list? This will make us watch every episode and not just the episode we will participate. We already did that, so maybe in the list it looks like they are in order, but it was completely random. So now also for the next episode we are gonna select from the bottom to the center. We're gonna select random pilots, so it will never be like in the list. Carlos say, do you like flying smaller machine like Logo 480? I love it. I love it, and I cannot wait to have my Logo 200, which is on its way and they are trying to get the kits ready and should arrive soon. And I cannot wait to make some videos with that. I love smaller helicopters, especially because in my house in Genova, not here in Switzerland, but in Genova, I have a garden and I cannot fly with big machines there. And I love to fly together with Raffaele when we meet together at home, prepare our small helicopters, because Raffaele loves his 450. You have to know, guys, that Raffaele he's flying with 450 helicopters. He has 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
3 of them, right? 2. We have 2 of them.
In the past, 3.
In past 3. And he loves 450. He has those helicopters and they are perfect. Flying like my 700. It's amazing setup. Okay. You can. Jury is saying you can visit our flying fields. Will open on the 1st of May. Raffaele would be amazing to go there as the Whsc, to go there together. So I really hope that it will, it will finish this problem of the virus, that everything is gonna open again, and that we can all meet together and go to the event. We would love to do that.
Yeah.
We will let you know. Usually.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you very, very much for your invitation. Absolutely. Realex FPV, what is an indestructible heli for beginners? I can tell that it depends. It depends if you want to completely start from the beginning, so beginners. Then I would suggest maybe some blade helicopters, the small like MCPX, for example, which you can crash and take it back and fly a lot, try maneuvers. Even if you crash it, no problem. You can.
Small crash.
Exactly. That's something I would suggest. What about the Logo 200? Logo 200, love it. I've been in Mikado for making all the videos together with Kyle. I've been flying it, and I don't want to spend now time to talk about it, but just go in the Mikado page, you see all my videos where I talk about it, and yeah, just speechless. Okay, Lucas Riva is asking, how do you find the difference between flying real flights in reality and the simulator? Can you train good on simulator? Are we getting closer to reality? The answer is absolutely yes. I spent probably 70% of my time on the simulator, to get better and better, and especially because I don't have to charge batteries, and go in the flying field and spending so much time.
Yeah.
And the simulator for me, it's super, super, super realistic now. Like, I'm talking about every simulator; they all got very precise. And I'm sure that if you can I tune a little bit the simulator, as you know. For example, in the next simulator, there is my Logo 700 with my settings, and those are the ones that I set up as close as possible to my helicopter. If you do so, and if it's close to your helicopter, keep practicing on that simulator, and then when you feel comfortable, just jump into reality, and that will work perfectly.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good point, this.
Anna is asking, are you still training despite quarantine? Yes, I am. I'm flying with a simulator, and this helps me a lot to keep my finger warm. And me and Raffaele sometimes connect and fly together, because there is the multiplayer. In every simulator, there is the multiplayer. We have the same simulators. Before starting the WHSC, we have to say thank you to all the simulator brands like Next, Whsc, for example, which gave us the key for the game, for the simulator, in order to test them out and also to fly together, make some multiplayer tests, and also to create some ideas for the next WHSC episodes as well.
Yeah, in fact.
We have a lot of questions. Okay, let's give it an end. We are gonna read 5 more questions, and then we are gonna finish the first episode of the WHSC 2020. So
yeah.
There is Paul is asking, isn't the Logo 200 an OMP with the new V-bar? Anyway, good job for everything. Thank you very much, Paul. So basically, the Logo 200, the idea behind it came out from Mikado making a cooperation with OMP. This means cooperation because OMP can produce the parts and Mikado can deliver the project and make the frame, for example, with the design of Mikado. They change the boom, they change the color of the motor, tail motor, the support of the tail motor, the main blades. There are some parts that changed, plus the mini V-bar Neo Mini is changed. And also inside there is the controller, which is much lower because the reason the OMP is fiberless system, so they reduced the size, it made it a little bit lighter. So there are some improvements. Plus you have the design that looks like a Logo 700 in small size. So these are the advantages of getting the Logo 200. You will get it completely full, ready to ship. You don't have to touch it to build it, nothing. It's gonna be also it's gonna be we are gonna fly it. So if me or Kyle or someone is gonna test it, fly it, then put it in the box without crashing, of course. Put it in the box and ship it to the pilots. And in this way, you're sure that your machine is gonna fly flawlessly because every professional pilot of Mikado tested. This is the question number 1. Let's find another question. 2 is Matthias Neubauer asking, why no flying in F3N, Mirko? I was flying the F3N at the beginning, but then I decided to jump into the private, let's say, competitions like the Global 3D or all these contests. The reason is because sometimes in F3N you need to, it's a little bit more restricted, and for this reason they have less pilots, so they cannot really make a world competition with every pilot from all around the world, or like IRCHA where you have everybody coming from all around the world. So it's a little bit more restricted the way. I like the way they make it, so they make more precise maneuvers, less smack, less show, but in the end I think it's all about fun. And when you take the fun a little bit out of the competition because you have to be so restricted, I don't love it a lot. I love to go in the Global 3D, for example, in whatever competition, have a lot of people cheering, screaming. If you crash and something happens, the mood is not so down. And this is what I really think is positive in Global 3D or in all the competition which are private. They are not so restricted, but anyway, there are all the pilots from all over the world. F3N is more precise, clear. You cannot have your sponsors so in t-shirts, so you cannot really promote the brands. It's another way of looking at competition. But I don't say it's not good, I just say it's different. Now we have question number 3. So 3 more questions.
Yeah. In chat c'è una guerra di simulatori, stanno discutendo
Okay.
del simulatore più fedele.
Okay. Let me read this question also, it's very nice. Some people said that you can't do some maneuvers with the high tail load with Logo 200, which has motor on tail. Is it true? I think that this some people is difficult to define because no one tested the Logo 200 besides me, Kyle, and a few more Mikado pilots. So until you don't test it, you cannot speak about the Logo 200 because it's absolute. I couldn't believe it as well. When first Kyle told me about the Logo 200, I said, okay, tail motor, let's see. When I test it, it flies better than the helicopters without the tail motor. Because when you fly at a low head speed, there is the belt or the gears for the tail, and the tail is always depending on the main rotor. So if the main rotor is spinning slower, also the tail rotor is spinning slower. And when you are flying at lower PM and you give a lot of pitch, the tail sometimes is moving, is spinning, and it is difficult. With the tail motor in the Logo 200, you're flying at low head speed, but the tail motor is always full send. It's always giving full throttle, full power. So super low RPM, super hardcore flying, and the tail is there. Two more questions.
Yeah.
And also, sorry, I didn't answer really to the question of Carol. I tried also at full speed, reversing and doing a lot of stuff, going fast. It's always there. It's always spinning. But you have to try to really see it. As soon as I receive it, I will make some videos for you guys to see if it makes sense for you to buy one of those or not.
Tinius Melan thanks us from South Africa.
Okay.
Says thank you, Raffaele and Mirko, for the time and effort.
With WHSC?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have learned already a lot from the first episode. Yeah. Very good, Rafa. This is what makes us really happy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Last question. They ask about Maximilian Zick, for example. Also, Dave Van is asking about: is there a coming software for VBAR on iOS device or Android, or the phone software? Good question for starting music with a switch and stuff like that. No, because basically the idea behind the VBAR control is to get rid of everything. So that we just with the VBAR control, you don't need to plug phones or stuff. Okay, you could do particular things, but those things are inside the application of the VBAR control, and they're getting improved with the time. And the reason we did the VBAR control, they did the VBAR control, is because they want to get rid of laptops, phones, everything, to make it very simple, plug and play. If we would try to insert more like apps for the phone, iOS, it will start to create problems as all the other systems. So we will love to keep it simple. Raffaele, we would have finished with a question, but I have the question is about you. Raffaele, per favore, parla un pochettino in italiano.
Mirko, io vorrei più tradurti, però tu sei così esuberante nel rispondere che...
Okay. Sorry, no, because I didn't want to make the episode too long. Non volevo fare l'episodio troppo lungo, in modo tale da poter far sì che sia guardabile.
Traduco semplicemente, brevemente, le ultime due risposte.
Certamente, assolutamente, rispondi pure.
La coda del Logo 200, si parlava appunto della scelta di utilizzare una coda motorizzata per quanto riguarda il Logo 200, e Mirko e anch'io riteniamo che sia l'unica scelta giusta su quel tipo di elicottero così piccolo. L'unica scelta è quella di utilizzare una coda motorizzata, e non è il caso ovviamente di utilizzare una coda a passo variabile. Infatti ci sono un sacco di elicotteri di quella taglia che hanno provato a utilizzare una coda a passo variabile, ma sono stati non soddisfacevano appieno comunque
assolutamente
il controllo, mentre un Logo 200, come diceva Mirko, anche durante i test che hanno fatto comunque i piloti, ha dimostrato di reggere bene sia un volo aggressivo e anche un volo veloce in retromarcia, quindi possiamo dire che è stata sicuramente una scelta vincente quella di mettere il metodo motorizzato.
Assolutamente.
L'altra domanda, cerco di tradurre
Sì,
breve.
aggiungo soltanto una cosa, aggiungo solo una cosa velocissima riguardante il logo 200 prima che cambiamo, che hanno praticamente lo sviluppatore del VBAR, che si chiama Uli, ha implementato un sistema su cui ha lavorato davvero da tanto tempo, dove praticamente si chiama anti-gravity. Io l'ho spiegato nel video, purtroppo non è spiegato in italiano, quindi colgo l'occasione per spiegarlo a tutti coloro che vogliono sentirsi dire in italiano come funziona questo sistema. In pratica l'anti-gravity fa sì che un elicottero così piccolo, che di solito ha problemi di peso, nel senso che essendo così leggero, appena fai una manovra cade, no? E quindi è difficile da controllare.
Certo,
Praticamente l'anti-gravity, esatto, l'anti-gravity cosa fa? Dà passo senza fartelo sapere nei momenti giusti per far sì che l'elicottero stia in aria per più tempo e che fa praticamente una simulazione di una massa virtuale dell'elicottero, quindi è come se l'elicottero pesasse di più e tu puoi aumentare e diminuire questo parametro che sarà all'interno del nuovo sistema di VBAR 6.4 e praticamente dando passo, facendo un TikTok con un logo 200 sembra di farlo con un logo 700 ed è impressionante. Questo è quello che fa sembrare l'elicottero molto più preciso, Raffaele.
Sì, è emozionante vedere i progressi della tecnologia, soprattutto nell'evolversi dell'elettronica, dei controlli.
Definitivamente.
Non sappiamo ancora dove si spingerà, perché i motori seri ormai sono arrivati comunque a un limite, mentre la tecnologia nel controllo del carattere dell'elicottero avrà sempre questi margini di progresso.
Ok, se vuoi tradurre l'ultima cosa che avevi detto che volevi aggiungere qualcosina.
Sì, nell'ultimo punto si parlava della scelta di Mikado nel VBAR di utilizzare un sistema simile a quello dei telefoni, no? Giusto, Mirko?
Sì.
Quindi alla fine la parola chiave utilizzata nello sviluppo tecnologico di Mikado in questo tipo di radio è la semplicità.
La semplicità, esattamente.
La semplicità. Quindi,
la semplicità è la chiave.
Noi siamo abituati a utilizzare i telefoni, quindi abbiamo già un'attitudine con questo tipo di interfacce, quindi ci sembra giusto utilizzare le stesse interfacce, lo stesso sistema anche per gestire una radio. Quindi ottima scelta, direi.
Esattamente. Fantastic, guys. So, Raffaele, I would say a lot of love to all of you guys that followed us in this episode. This was the episode number 1 of the WHSC 2020, the World Helicopter Simulator Competition. Thank you very much from Hobby and from also Scorpion Power System that deliver us a lot of products and a lot of passion, you know, because they also had a lot of passion in this. And thank you very, very much. And we are gonna see tomorrow. We will leave you now the dates and exact time, but it's exactly the same as today. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. in the evening, UTC +1 time, 17th of April, with WHSC 2020 episode number 2. Bye guys, have a good evening.
Ciao ragazzi, ringraziamo tutti quanti gli spettatori, speriamo che vi siate divertiti. Noi apprezziamo molto le vostre domande, i vostri interessi, ovviamente anche i vostri voli. Ringraziamo i nostri sponsor Scorpion e Hobby. Noi ci rivediamo domani sera per la seconda puntata, sempre alle 20, sempre in questo canale. Un grazie ancora di cuore a tutti quanti.
E ci vediamo domani per altri tips and tricks. See you tomorrow also for other tips and tricks and to answer to more of your questions. Bye guys. Ciao ciao.
Ciao.